This is Leo Gilling coming to you from Oracabessa, just round the corner from the center of Oracabessa, a little place called Endeavor, and I just turned up the hill. I just turned up the hill from the spring, you know where the spring is, where the policeman, the blue seam policeman owned the little bar, right? Remember? And I'm going up towards Days Mountain. So if you are from Days Mountain, big ups to you. I am in your neighborhood today. The road is a little bit narrower than what I'm accustomed to know. I used to walk this street a lot back in the days. And if you know anything about Oracabessa, you know that Oracabessa has a lot of townships around, right? Days Mountain, Spring Head, Endeavor, Race Course, you know it, Hamilton Mountain, Jacks River, the first parts of Boscobel, you know, Gibraltar, all of those little areas are within the confines of Oracabessa. So Oracabessa, when you say come from Oracabessa, it could be any one of these, Mace-Nall, Bondo, Berwick, all of these places from are around, are surrounding Oracabessa. So I'm up in Days Mountain, or headed to Days Mountain, just left Endeavor, Spring Head, and we're headed up. You remember, does anyone know the history of Oracabessa? Oracabessa, probably one of the most robust economies in the island back in the 1800s. You know, there was a gentleman of, I think his name was James Filippo. Oracabessa, all of these little surrounding areas are maroon areas, maroon townships. And it seemed like my camera person is having a lot of problems holding the camera in place, but we're going to work with her, right? Listen to my voice and look ahead. All right, so there was a gentleman, but I think his name was James Filippo, who got the Maroons to get together. Well, it was slaves then, and then the Maroons came around later on, and he got them to lands. He bought lands from the government and then distributed the lands among many different families around, and that's why we have so many of these different communities with different names in and around Oracabessa. He was a Baptist preacher, and he allowed many of our slaves or people who were enslaved and Maroons to go ahead and own lands in and around Oracabessa. It is, you know, and we big up Mr. He went back to England and lived and became what do you call it again? Must be a councilman or something up there, and he left Oracabessa in good hands, because now our people were able to own lands, unlike other people. He also got Oracabessa to invest, the people in Oracabessa to invest in farming. They invested in banana and orange and all different kinds of crop. And because he was from England, he started the trading, having ships come to port in Oracabessa. So Oracabessa being a very vibrant port, shipping bananas. We had 3 wharves. If you know anything about Oracabessa, we had a lot of wharves. I only knew 3, but I heard that there were 4 wharves. United, I know, Producers Wharf, and also Standard Wharf. To my left, I want to turn a little bit. To my left, this land was owned by the Bereefs. I'm going to show you a little, because when I grew up, there was no homes over here. It was all bush, pimento, coconut, banana, all of that stuff. But since I left in 1979, all of this area developed into homes, a lot of homes. It became a residential community. We only had one house on this property. It's a little white man named, what name again? I don't remember his name, on the hill. And he had a horse, and I remember that horse, how big that horse was. And he lived, you see where that red house is at the top of the hill? That's where he lived. And his house was overlooking many other properties across Oracabessa because he owned a lot of land here. I remember my name, and these are, if you don't remember my name, tell me. You know, I'm sure you're going to be able to. Actually, tell me who the name of that man who owned the horse on the hill. And when electricity first came, it came right on Canoe Pond, and then it turned up the hill, up into Barrowfall Hill, and up to his house. So when we were growing up, one of the things that we heard popularly or regularly on TV was Oracabessa. There were several points, receiver points for television station, Galena Point, Oracabessa, there was Sport Tree Hill and Kingston and Moran Point, and Oracabessa became a big name on TV, and we were very popular because industry, the banana industry, popular because of orange. We had some really big orange farms up here, and the distribution took place by sea. So the ships would come in from England, and on a Thursday morning, from Tuesday, the ship would dock, and then you would see a lot of banana guys bringing banana to the port, whole heap of ships, whole heap of boats, and barges and launches and canoes moving banana from land all the way half a mile out to the ocean where the ship would be, and then took 2 days, and they packed the ship and it went off. But here we are in Oracabessa, in Days Mountain to be specific. And when I was growing up, Days Mountain was just a few homes in Days Mountain, but it's a pretty big community now. I'll stop and ask somebody which part may I go, because brethren, my brethren named Mark Cole. They might have one little elderly thing going up here today at dinner and thing. Which part are they?
Paul.
What your name? Tell me your name, Margin. Delhi. Oh, you do Delhi?
Do you have video?
Oh, she have video. I never realize that she have video. Delhi. Respect. Yes. Yeah, man. Respect. You know Mark Cole? You know Mark Cole? Dummy, you know Dummy?
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Right, yes, sir. All right, Kenneth.
Yeah.
All right, cool vibes. Yeah. Yeah, man. I forgot about grade. All right. So, I hope there's anything I keep.
No.
Okay. All right. Me drive go up there. Thanks very much. All right. Respect, yeah. All right, Delhi. Cool vibes, yeah. Yeah, man. And so when we grew up this street and everybody else, so this must be something brand new in my book. Me never know so no car could go up in this street here. But I remember the Sterlings, Cully, and the Mouse family, and the Sutherlands. I think the Sutherlands not too far from here. I remember the Murdochs. So if you don't know who me talk about, you know, big ups to all of you. Hello, how you doing? Where Kenneth there? Where Kenneth house there? I hear some Mark. Where Mark there? I hear some Mark come from? Hey, hello.
You reach up here already?
I don't know. Tell me something I start 12 o'clock. I don't know which part of the thing.
My picture.
Eh?
Who's taking my picture?
What's your name?
Glenn, Mark's sister.
Hello, Mark's sister, Leo Gilling. How you doing?
Okay, I'm good.
Hey, man,
But
nice to meet
it's
you.
up by the church.
Which part of the church there?
Up the road.
So go up this up. Tell me how to get there.
Come here. 7 o'clock. I'm supposed to come out there 20 but you're not doing so well.
Is that your father? That's Dummy?
Mark, that I'm mad.
That's Daddy? That's Dummy? Oh, you're not doing well? Okay. Where here? He's here? Oh, she did? Oh, okay, alright.
Come go with the gentleman. Fix your shirt. Put your shirt on your front. Don't put up your seat. Go with them and show them out.
Show me which part, yeah. Come show me which part.
Did you wash your hands? Did you wash your hands?
I came to Mark's house. Very nice. You know, now that I look at Elaine, she really looked like Mark and Andrew. I just never connected it there for a minute. So I'm coming out. So you know which part of Sutherland them live, just Tajan? Sutherland? You know the Sutherlands? You know the Sutherlands? No? You don't know? Alright, so this is a very rich street because I see a lot of banana trees looking really nice. Hello, Onodo. Cool, cool. Alright, so we are going this way, right? Right, Tajan? Up, right. Okay. So yeah man, so when I left here, this place wasn't so populated. Huh? This is Ebenezer Church?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Alright, so let me right here? Right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay then. Alright, so hello. Mark come yet?
No.
No. So now leave some things here.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm good because I'm gonna go up the street and come back. Alright, so Mark is he's from here. He's a national chef. He works at the Pegasus, and he just does this every year for the elderly. Brings out the elderly and feed them for special meal. Ready? All right. So this is Leo again. Mark Cole, good heart. He has the he has this event every year. And this is my first time attending, but I'm very aware of the event. This year I wanted to be here this year to take some pictures and talk to some of the recipients and some of the elderly in our community, because I want to ask them some things about Days Mountain and Oracabessa, things that we have not heard of or seen in a long time. This here is a little a space where the water comes from the hill, and they cut this little piece out so that the water can run across the road and it won't damage the road, because water, when it comes from these hills, it comes hard. So when it rains, it's a lot of water come down from Days Mountain. When I remember when I lived in Canoe Pond, water used to come from Days Mountain and enter Oracabessa going to the ocean, and it was a lot of water. So I'm glad to see that they made that little sinking, that dugout there to kind of control where the water runs and where it goes. So this is Days Mountain. I'm gonna take a little tour. We're gonna go up a little bit further just to let you see what it looks like. To my left, I'm not gonna force her to turn the camera, but all of that was Barif Hall. Some people call it Barif, but we call it Barif Hall, right? Because Jamaica we come from. And there's a family by the name of Barif that owned that property. Mr. Barif with him son and him daughter, them Jenny and Cruz and all of these guys, very skilled guys. They were great what do you call it, carpenters. I love seeing this. I'm going to show you something, Hold on there. Hold on there, man. These that capture. That's really nice. Oh my God. I had to capture that for a minute there. Somebody having fun coming to the end of the year. Really nice there. All right, and then so we're, I know that Laurel Gordon is from here. Laurel and her brothers, and Hudson is from up here too. That's a very nice home right there. The Sutherlands are from here. The Murdochs are from here. All of these families used to own these hills of Days Mountain. And when you come to Days Mountain, you can drive here and go to Port Maria, because this road actually takes you through Masonall and Grandstone and all of those places to end up out at the Little Bay, right next to that. Somebody call it the Dirty Hotel, Casa Maria Hotel, right next door there. It takes you. I don't like call it dirty because I sent me come back. Anybody ever call it dirty? Me anymore. Me can call it Dirty Hotel because I sent me, but anybody near call it not Dirty Hotel. Me and them. All right, but all of these areas I used to walk. Back in the days when Saturday morning rolled around, we used to walk from Canoe Pond all the way through Days Mountain to Masonall. And I go look mango, or go look banana. Sometimes we used to go and go up on the banana tree and see a bunch of ripe banana and just cut down the tree, and we use bread and eat coconut. We eat bread and banana, you know, and we're belly full. We go beach, go swim it off, that kind of thing. But this is Days Mountain, and back in the days, no car never used to run through here. We see a whole heap of taxis and bus coming through here. Me I say to myself, say, hold on there. When me I come, I say, the only place bus come is 3 miles or 4 miles from here and stop. And anybody will live up at Days Mountain have to walk all the way from Oracabessa to come to Days Mountain. No taxi nor anything. So it's very nice to see that no matter where you are in Jamaica, there is transportation that will take you up into these hills. I wonder where she take the one. Sure. Anyway, it was nice to look at. But you know, I remember this mango tree. I think it's a number 11 mango tree, the big one they're coming up. We used to have a lot of dances up here. Whole heap of dance at Days Mountain. There's a lawn up here that we used to hold dances. Look at that yard. Typical country. There's an ackee tree, 2-3 ackee trees out there start bearing. But this mango, this guinea tree right here, a big guinea tree right here. So I think it's a man guinea tree though, but because it's a beer, I don't think it's beer. It just serves as shade. And so I was saying that this takes you back to Oracabessa, and if you go straight, it takes you all the way to Port Murray, to Little Bay actually. But lot of walking back in the days. No cars coming through here. Any car will come through here, some man will come look them girl or something. Or it could be a car where we got Mother Gungu, we carry a Mother Gungu. Anybody remember Mother Gungu? Me not spread no bad news, but Mother Gungu was up the street there, and she used to make a lot of money for the people them will come and say them want something done, you know. Well, from the name Mother Gungu, it should tell you what it is about. And Mother Gungu used to have church also, but she used to have a lot of buses of people coming for business, you know. Either if you come get them business going, or if you come make sure say somebody love them or unlove them, or somebody stop somebody from going to school, or being whatever what you want, whatever services you want, Mother Gungu had it. Okay. So what service you required? I'm not gonna go there. But you know, I heard that there were like cars that were parked in Oracabessa, no driver. And all you have, you come to Mother Gungu, you just go sit in a car and the car just take you to Mother Gungu. driverless cars, right? Yes. Double driving. Not telling you nothing at all. Not giving you nothing. But this street to my right goes to Port Maria. All right, we go through Mason Hall and Grandstone, and this street takes you back to Oracabessa. And you go here, you go through Berwick, and you know whose family is here, right? Hudson Grant's family is right here. This is his family house. I'm gonna stop. Let's see if we can find him, brother. Not this house, the next one next door. And I don't remember why I'm saying brother name, you know. But it's right here. This is where Hudson Grant come from. Last time I came here, the door opened. So therefore, that's where Hudson come from. Maybe I can drive up in there, because Hudson is my brother. So nobody now go shoot me if I drive up in there. Last time I come and knock on the door, no one answered. So let's see. He says his daddy is always there, but the last time I came, the door wasn't open. Yeah. So your mother used to tell you about Duppy. You ain't afraid?
Yeah, man. Afraid like a post. It's lovely. So every night we gather.
Yeah.
And she tell we who she see and whatever. And then they died. Lot of birds.
So it's dark where you live?
Yeah.
Where you grew up?
St. Anne's.
Which part of St. Anne?
St. Anne's Bay.
Oh, St. Anne's Bay.
So if you go shop or wherever, if you listen to the story, you can't go.
You can't go back home.
Or to bed at night, so you bed early.
You have to bathe. You have to go tell her you wash your foot and then go to the all the deer is like you sitting up here and come because of the stories they tell you. Oh my God. I would never put my kids through that torture that week hard.
So tell me, what's the sign of a grave? How do you know that there's a grave at any particular space without a tomb? What do you see? How do you identify a grave?
Is it the grill?
No, without a tomb. If you see any plants, what kind of plants you see out there, you can say, oh, a grave, on grave is this. Remember Croton?
Yeah.
Oh, those are still around?
Yeah, man. When you grow up, Croton tree. If you see a Croton tree, it's not at somebody's house around them yard or something like that, and it's just out there. If you see a Croton,
You gotta grow where it's cool.
Wow.
that's how them plant up it. That's how them put up it. Croton tree. Anytime you see Croton anywhere, and it's not at somebody's yard, you have to assume that somebody died and they put it there. Because Croton they always put Croton at a gravesite, and that make your head swell. In our past gravesite, right?
I'm seeing a lot of wild orchids though.
Wild orchids.
Yes.
We're here.
Where they
You
are.
sure it's on a pine yellow pine?
That's pine?
A pine yellow pine tree.
Am I Jamaican or what?
We're getting wild orchid from a pine tree yellow pine. Man, I've put up a pine tree.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wild orchids. These women.
Yeah.
I don't think we grow wild orchids in a Oracabessa, by the way.
Yeah, in the trees, of course.
Oh, what? Oh, on the side of the tree?
Yeah, I like this shed. Growing up in the country, that's where you went to cook with the kreng and the 3-foot pot.
That's a kitchen.
Do they still have them?
That's not a shed. A shed is not
Different.
a shed is a shed.
The outer door kitchen.
The outer door kitchen have kreng.
Yeah.
Shed is a shed where you put storage. You store stuff in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just teaching you.
I'm from town.
Well, Hudson didn't come. Hudson brother, nephew, or father didn't come out, so we don't want to get shot. So we're going down. There's a place up here called Bondo. Hold on, I should go and check my friend. Hold on. Bondo. It's all right. So Bondo behind us, and then we also have this is Berwick. We're going into Berwick now. We have a lot of families of Brodricks and Thompsons when we were growing up. The Lawses, Beckfords, Hines. Those were and also Murdochs. Mr. Hines used to live over here, so but all of those persons were families in Berwick, and very, very scanty place. If you are from Berwick, good evening to you, good morning to you. I hope wherever you are, you're having fun at Christmas. Good morning, everybody from Oracabessa. Oracabessa is it today, is on top, and I hope that everyone across the world who's from Oracabessa is having some great Alinod! Jesus. You alright, brethren? And I say drive on them street and you have to drive, can I take it slow?
Yeah, he did that.
Yes!
Just scared, yeah.
Anyway, it's good. To big ups to all of the persons who are from Berwick and from this mountain and from Bondo and Grandstone and Mason Hall and Oracabessa, surrounding areas of Oracabessa. We used to have two mango trees up in this neighborhood where that car is coming from. It was all bush once upon a time. There was no homes around there, and there are two mango trees, one named Cherry and one named Butter. And the cherry is red, it has a red chest, and the butter is green on the outside, but when it's ripe, green on the outside when it's ripe, and when it's ripe, but when you cut it or you bite on it, it tastes really like butter. So it's a cherry and butter. I mean, I don't know who own them land there, but those are the only two mango trees that I ever saw with that type of texture and look and feel and taste. How you doing, brethren?
Yes, brother, bless up, man.
Yeah, man, bless up to you. Right to my left here, the Murdochs own this property from here to that. So there was another Murdoch on this side here. Miss Thelma Murdoch and I remember Mr. Ralph Murdoch and Mr. Edgar Murdoch. Those were owners of these properties back in the days when we were growing. So all this area here was walk foot, no driving. It was walk foot. It's a taxi I pass with. Very nice. And to my left, the Brodricks, and to my right, the Thompsons. I know when them see this video, them will feel happy that me know and remember them. Mikey and all of the Thompsons here, and the Matthews. Hello, Grace. How you doing? All right, and then some other Murdochs on the other side over there too. What about mangoes in these areas? And I'm telling you, whoa, okay, I forgot that there was a little dip there. Forgive me, I'm frightened anybody who pregnant in the place in IKR. All right, so we are headed now down to Canoe Pond. This is Canoe Pond we are in. We're coming to almost the end, another 3/4 mile, and we're down to where the center of Oracabessa. We just left there, so we just took a circular trip. There you go. And this is where Johnny Wallace and his wife, his beautiful wife. There's another shop there that was Miss Hines' shop. It's just this is a lot of history for me because this particular part of the street is where I grew up. Canoe Pond is dearest to me. Ashley live over here, so how you do, Ashley? And him in England now. And then Claude Skyers, my best friend over there, so. This little lady right here. Nice, and we actually built this church. So this church here was built during when I was a young man. Brother Brown, they call it Brother Brown Church. It's a Pentecostal church. And Barry right here was the center of our Canoe Pond, the shop where we watch movies and go dance, and Barry Fall to the left of us, Windell, Barry, and then Chucky, and then this dance hall coming up right down here. I used to live up in that, right up there. I used to live right behind, where that blue, that green, to the left of that house. That was where I used to live. I used to live up there, and it's a Putu house. And this house is the family of also Hudson Grant, Mr. Keys. That's the lady who used to make oil from coconut. This is Arrow's bamboo lawn. If you ever stirred it off.
Bread?
What kind of bread?
I don't know. Is that the gratin? I don't know.
No, that's just pound bread. That's just pound bread.
Okay.
It's a round bread, pound bread.
Okay.
It's a by half height. All right. To the
I'm
left.
silly to see the grotto bread.
No, you don't know the grotto bread. Like they stop make grotto bread. And to my left was a big field, you know. That house right there. See that mango tree? That mango tree has been there long before my born, right? And the house, there's a house there. That yard used to be quite well manicured, and that's where we used to play. And look, this house right here is where I'm born. After I just born, I asked him to come live. This was a tenement yard on Tenny. So there were two manicured yards in our, this house was a well manicured of some dogs and has a really nice yard, grassy yard with mango trees and orange trees. My first navel fruit orange I ate from this yard, Shorty Morris. And the first church that my mom attended in Oracabessa was on this property, Sister Baby Church. It was called Bamboo Church. It's no longer there. And with this yard, Sterling's, Sister Sterling yard, was where the church was. So when I first became knowledgeable of who I was in my mom's arm going home from church here. Bamboo Church. So I'm giving you the whole story about my life growing up here. The Brodericks, the Robinsons, the Murdochs, all of these. Miss Booch shop right here, Eva shop to the left, all of these. And so I used to walk from where I just showed you to go to basic school, and the basic school was right on the corner right here, right on Tank Lane corner. It was a little wooden structure on stilt, but now it's a concrete structure. That school right there, she's closing it now. That's Miss Chambers' school. It was a little wooden structure that housed about 20 or 30 kids, and we used to play underneath that structure. All right, so this is Dallas Hill, and when we never had water up the hill here. Nobody never used to have water. We had to come down the hill, down to the standpipe down here, and put water up on our head and walk up this hill. It was much steeper. They cut it down, and now we're headed right back into the center of Oracabessa, where we just left. So I'm gonna end the video where it started because we made a full circle. So this is Oracabessa, where we just went and bought the little stuff there. And if you're asking who's responsible for this area, the minister for this area is Bobby Montague currently, and so I'm taking you right back to where we started the video. I think I don't recall, but around here, so them name Cross Road. Now Rona Cross Road here is the dancehall capital of Oracabessa. There's a dancehall around here now. It's no longer. So we're looking at the dancehall to the right. That's the dancehall right there. And I was looking for the lady with the soup, but I don't think she's there yet. So, in the meantime, I am going to close off the video because you got a great history of Oracabessa. You got a great history of who I am and where I'm from. But we're gonna head out now down to somewhere where we can get something to bite on, because food not ready for the place there. And I know these guys are getting hungry. All right, so this is Leo Gilling alongside Anne-Marie. Let me show them. Anne-Marie and Leighton having fun this morning. Thank you so much for joining the Leo Gilling show on Leo Gilling Media, and we will check in with you again later on. Have a nice day. Bye bye now.